Did you know about China Mac before he got popular on the internet? Like from real life, did you ever hear about him?
He's too young. I mean, he was gotta be like 10 years old when I was like in my 20s, probably. Yeah, yeah. And by that time, the Ghost Shadows wasn't even under any tongue association anymore because it depends on what year he came out. Um, he said he came out when he was like what, 10 years old? Yeah. And by 93, the feds came down and did away with the Ghost Shadows. So you have a bunch of kids running around, calling themselves the Ghost Shadows, but they weren't under any hierarchy anymore. There was no structure with the gang. So it depends what year. Yeah, I didn't ask him what year he started with the Ghost Shadows, but we do have mutual friends who confirmed that he's a Ghost Shadow. Yeah, he's definitely a Ghost Shadow, and that was the Dailo, because I asked him like which Dailo he followed, and he named all those Dailos that we know. So
right. Yeah, I remember in the interview you recognized like the names
yeah,
that he was saying and everything.
yeah,
And the new interview that you did too with him was great. And
yeah.
you guys should definitely check that out. Um,
When he came in, he's got to be really young. I mean, if I'm in my late teens, early 20s, I'm not going to pay attention to a 10-year-old kid or a 12-year-old kid because they recruit these young kids to do the shootings. And the Chinese gangs are known for that. They really like the 13, 14, 15-year-olds. That's why like a lot of shootings are done by these 13, 14, 15-year-old Chinese kids.
and that's because they'll get less time.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a grooming process too, though, right?
Yeah. And they're easily molded, manipulated, brainwashed. And, and these Daima, Dailo, they have a good eye for that. They have a good eye for picking out these kids to recruit.
That's interesting because like when I interviewed China Mac, he did say though, like, in the beginning he thought that these people really cared about him, but then he realized over time that he was being used. Man, roll a clip. When you said that it was fake, are you saying like, like you were exploited by the gang? Like it was in genuine love?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
At what age did you realize that you were being exploited?
I mean, I don't know. I realized it once I guess I went to prison. You know what I mean? I really didn't understand at that time. At that point, I thought it was love. I thought it was like, I thought it was I thought it was family, but it wasn't.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's why, yeah, I noticed that. I mean, back then, I guess when I was a young teen, and I embraced every word my Daima Stylo was telling me, like I felt like, oh, I'm learning so much about this life from him.
Like they're imparting wisdom on you.
Exactly. And meanwhile, looking back, I'm like, it was brainwashing. For example, like I remember it's something I can't forget because I was like in awe. It's like he's teaching me, don't let anyone get up into your personal space. And if it does happen, and if you couldn't prevent it, if they sneak up on you, just push them back with one. And he did it physically. And I mentioned in the book, like he pushed me up back with one hand and reach for the gun with the other hand and start blasting away. Like he's giving these lessons to all these young kids, like 15,
he's teaching
16.
You survival skills. So
Exactly.
It kind of feels like they really care about you.
Yeah. So I felt like, wow, he's teaching me this, so he must care about us not getting hurt, and this is what we need to do. And it felt like a brotherhood, like a family, like he cared, like this guy cares for us. So sort of like that. So
and when you're coming from a home environment that's really troubled, like China Mac, where he ran away from home and he needed somewhere to live, and you have like the Dailos giving you a place to live and paying for you to eat and stuff like that, you thinking like, wow, like I have to show my loyalty back and repay them by,
Yep.
putting in work.
Yeah, and we'll go to dinner, and he picks up the tab, and he'll just sign for the bill, and we all leave once it, or we just sign his name on it, and tell him who we are, and then he picks up the tab for us, and he'll rent out these we call it apartment, but for YouTube I call it safe house. But
Mhm.
in the streets, all the Chinese gangsters they call it apartment, whether it's a condo, a house, or what we call it an apartment. That's how we refer to a safe house. So he would rent out all these safe houses for us. We had one around like Williamsburg, one in Flushing, uh, Brooklyn, by Midwood. So many different safe house, and we felt like, oh wow, we got a place to stay anytime we want. And it's always fun because there's always a lot of people in and out of it. Our crew, whether it's some place will have 5, some place will have 10. Always had like a fun time.
Well, shout out to China Mac, man. It's really good, brother.